Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to be gaming with Astron Rex. It has a clone, it is alembic, it is full of the toxic waste, and I must admit the skin looks cool. I mean, all heating engine or boiling engine and everything. But I think the skin is not for everyone. I think this is more appealing for most of the players. And last time we have played with Astron Rex on the YouTube video was a long time ago. It was back in 2024, and the tank is an interesting one. It doesn't have good armor unless you are playing against the lower tiers, which, let's be honest, with a tier 8 it won't happen very often. So armor doesn't really work, but it has an autoloader. It takes 30 seconds to reload, and pretty much you can do 1,600 damage from the clip. Sounds good? It sounds good. But, once again, you have no armor, you are not really fast. It is a weird one, you know? And funny thing is that even though there is no feature with this tank which would make this tank instantly epic, for me it just works and I do enjoy playing with this tank, but that's only me. Anyways, I believe you noticed that I am spamming full gold ammunition, and there is a reason for that. And the main reason for this is very, very simple. The amount of ammo is very little on this tank, and if you have couple clips of the standards, couple of clips of gold, and couple of clips of the high explosive, or let's say no high explosive, in the end of the battle you have a very awkward situation whenever you have 2 standards left and you have, let's say, 3 gold ammunition left, or special ammunition left, call it however you want to, and then it is a pain in the booty to play with this tank, right? So I am simplifying the things as much as I physically and possibly can. Full APCRs, I have 500 million credits, so I can definitely afford it, and as a matter of fact, everyone who is playing with this tank should do that, at least in my opinion. Now, where the sniping ability goes of this tank, it's far away from being ideal. I can tell you that much. It is not really a good sniper schnitzel. The finest thing with a tank like this is that you are going straight to the mother trucking enemies in the close distance and you just clip them out. Because you can see that yourself that as a sniper this tank is not the finest one. Although if we want to complain about something, we can definitely complain about how long it takes to fire between the shells, so it takes 4 seconds, right? So all in all, I really like this tank. I think that the tank has quite a big potential, but in the same time, I really need to highlight the other things as well and not to sugarcoat it and to say the tank is the best, because it's not the case. It definitely fits my style, for sure, but it's not only about me. It's about you, how you are playing the game and how are you performing yourself. Keep this in mind. Okay. That being said, I kind of want to figure out from where we could start slapping the enemy forces. Because maybe this AMX 5120 will try to make a bit of pressure, and if he would, we could start clipping him out. Now the question is he going to be so brave? Where the hit points goes, he is down to 3 shotable if I'm not mistaken, but it's still 8 seconds for us to completely clip him out. I'm considering my life choices, not gonna lie. I am very much considering my life choices. I would not act surprised if enemies would have a light tank sitting somewhere in this area already, and 4 shotable. Oh man. Luckily he doesn't pay attention at us. Ooh, this could have been pretty brutal, but luckily we got away with our stupidity. Everything is fine, everything is okay. Now, for a next clip, I really want to... Ooh, Mr. Grille. It's okay. For a next clip, I would love to track the Grille, and I would love to beat the living crap out of him. But for that, we need to be patient and we just simply need to wait. 1 second left, excellent, and we are tracking him. Beautiful. If he has repairs, he may escape. He definitely did escape, but it doesn't really change anything. Look at this ball breaker. Look at this ball breaker, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This guy has 0 Fs given and he is saying, you know what? I will show you how it's done. You go in front and you make pressure like your life depends on it. Beautiful. We still have 3 in the magazine. We are completely fine and hopefully we will be able to slap the Starva. Okay, Starva is here. ELC even should be somewhere towards the middle, I would say. I really don't care that Starva is shooting me because I would need to hit his cupola in order to get any use whatsoever. And I can promise you that it is going to be a very, very difficult thing to do. Come on, Starva. Come on. Oh, what a pussy. You can see that ELC, even Mother Trucker, was sitting very, very, very much in the back over there. So that was kind of a mistake. Anyways, for a very first game, I'm feeling quite fine with all of this, fellas. I'm feeling okay. We have over 3,000 combined, and considering that enemies had no team, plus on top of that we are bottom tier shitters, I definitely cannot complain about this. Griffon is trying to slap the living crap out of this ELC running away. And you know what? He is still going. He is running for his life. Although I truly think it is over, Arta will splash the ELC because Arta would never be able to counter the light tank, right? Close enough. Good, first game is done. Hip hip hooray, let's see the score. Okay, we are back. With a solid, I would not call it solid game, I would call it okay game considering the matchmaking. 2.2 thousand damage, 1,000 assisting damage. We are 4th by the experience. We are 5th by the damage. It will get better, I believe so. And we got 85,000 profits even though we were spamming full gold. Could be definitely worse. Okay, matchmaking is a bit better. In Fjords we are playing against the tier 9s with a tier 8, not against the tier 10s. But still, it is tough. It is tough and it is rough. Now the question is, do I want to be a spotter? Yes. I made a decision to be a spotter here. I will try to take the typical spotting bush, and hopefully that enemy medium slash triangles will make some silly goose mistakes and we can benefit from spotting the enemies. Whenever I played with this vehicle and I marked both of their versions, the one with a 3D style Alembic or however it's called, and Astron Rex, I truly enjoyed my journey with those tanks. I truly did. And quite often I was playing with a spotting build just because I can. And just because if I see there is no light tanks and in the map you can potentially spot, I see no reason not to do that. Hopefully that makes sense. And now look at this. We are sitting in the bush with the optics, with a CVS, with a low noise exhaust system, and we are just simply waiting until someone will get spotted here, or alternatively until someone will get spotted here. I think the tree fall in this area, that is good thing. So all we need to do, we need to wait until some Mother Trucker will make a silly goose mistake. Good. We are going to be getting quite a bit of assisting damage, hopefully for free, and we will be okay. Looking into amount of the sniper schnitzels here in the back, I really doubt that Hori, or as a matter of fact anyone else, would be able to cross like this without getting completely obliterated. So once again we are feeling quite fine. And I have even other idea which could be very, very, very good, or maybe extremely stupid. Soon we will figure this out. I will get involved here and I will take this side position. We know that enemies has at least 3 guns sitting in this area, but we don't really care about them. What we care about taking this position right there, even though we are going to be spotted all the time, and we will try to eliminate the defender, or alternatively we will try to eliminate this Hori. Let's start with Hori because I have a feeling it will take some time until he will realize that we are clipping him. good. Very, very nice. Now we are paying attention at Arias. Very, very nice. Good luck hitting us. Even though we do not mean it, right? We don't want him to hit us, but we are okay. And now we are going on the reload. We are feeling completely alright. The next step could be that we are going to be pushing on this E50, and in the worst case scenario we are going to take 2 for the team. In the best case scenario he won't even pay attention at us. Beautiful T803. I am seeing I am trying to pay attention at every and each mother trucker who is praying over there. We are okay. We are in loads of trouble, and I can tell you exactly why. You see, in this situation, we can clearly see that enemies has way more guns there than our team does. What that means for us, that this side will fall. You son of the banana E50. Not very happy about that, but whatever. And now we are trying to relocate completely. We can go on the reload once again, to be completely honest with you. Not very happy about this, but we will survive. E50 did absolutely amazing job by slapping us and not allowing us escape for free. I could have stayed in the same position, but I thought it is not going to be a good idea, but we'll see. Now, in this situation, I lost all my hit points literally for free. That was pretty weak and pretty sad. But, we should be able to slap literally every and each gentleman who is thinking about going in front this way. We still can fix the game, we definitely can, but we need to be smart. And spotting setup definitely did not pay off over there, unfortunately. Oh man, I really don't like this side from the Fjords. I truly do not like it. And now, you see, we are going to play the game a bit differently. I will make sure not to get spotted for the time being. I want them to feel comfortable enough to get into this position, and if they are getting comfortable enough and they are making pressure this way, they will try to make a bit of pressure here around the corner, and then we are going to have a greatest time in our lives. But for now, we need to be just simply super patient. And keep this in mind, there are 4 guns that are coming, and possibly E50 trying to make pressure like this as well. So, patience. Okay. Very good. Lorraine made a mistake. That's absolutely amazing. Jack Tiger is sitting in the open field. Since I have a spotting build, unfortunately I cannot hit him that easily. But that's okay, and one more for a good measure. Okay, we are on the deep reload. It's fine, we are fixing the game as much as we physically and possibly can, because clearly going over there was kind of a mistake from my side. Okay, Pershing down to fartable, Arias down to 2-shottable. It is fine. Sometimes all we need to spot them. That's all we need for a full happiness. Now, Mr. Arias is going to get involved just like so, and unfortunately he eliminated us. I was hoping for this Mr. Arias to get punished for by our sniper schnitzels over there, but it is how it is. Or maybe the reload wasn't the most intelligent choice. Maybe I just needed to sit in this position and just simply keep waiting. Either way, fail from my side. Doesn't look great, but it is how it is. What can you do? Okay, let's see the score. Rough game. Unfortunately, I messed up over there. 2000 damage, 300 assisting damage could be definitely better. We are 4th by the damage, we are 5th by the experience, and 12,000 profits. Unfortunately, not the greatest game. Okay, I have a feeling we will go for 2 more and we are going to make it work, because the start so far is very, very rough. Nor it's good damage-wise, nor it's good assisting-wise. And by the way, my average performance whenever I was gaming with this tank was 3.1 thousand average damage and 1,000 assisting damage. But today clearly is not going that well. But let's not judge the session until we finished it. Let's keep it up. Okay. Round number 3. Bottom tier matchmaking once again. Isn't it good, fellas? Isn't it good to enjoy the game being bottom tier all the time? Because personally, I love it. Are you being sarcastic, Skill? No, sarcasm from my side, absolutely not. Listen, I'm not going to whine about this. We will just simply take our nuts in the hand and we will try to make it work. That's what we want to do. We want to make it work, fellas. Okay. Meanwhile, Lynx is playing literally in the middle of the field. Good luck hitting him. It's not going to be easy. So we will try to position ourselves tiny touch closer. And by playing from this position, hopefully we can punish the SMV or whoever would be playing in the middle, or alternatively just hunt this Lynx. Speaking about the Lynx hunting, that's one. Do we have time for another one? We definitely do. He spotted us. I don't really care because we're escaping. And he is questioning his life choices. Does he want to play over there? By the way, we have enough folks who would be able to slap him and send him into the garage. But once again, for that we need our team to shoot. Meanwhile, hello there, 50B. Beautiful shot to the 50B. Everything is okay. Let's send another one. Too bad we missed this one. And maybe one more for a good measure. Excellent. Okay. 4 out of 5 shells, considering that we are being sniper schnitzels in this type of situation. It's okay. We can live with that. Meanwhile, I kind of want to come back to the same bush where I played before. Oh man, this is a very, very, very complicated game. Very complicated game. Beautiful shot, very nice. Luckily we are not spotted. Unfortunately we are spotted, but we are okay. Good trade. To take 100 in the face in order to do let's say over 1k combined, it is okay. That is not a bad trade by any shape or any form. And now our mission is going to be straightforward. We want to punish this Progetto 54. Honestly, we are sitting quite alright here. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, I think the best idea would be to make a bit of pressure. I am afraid that our team is way too strong for the enemies. And what that means, if our team is way too strong for the enemy team, that means that we may not have enough of meat on the bone. Turm. Turm is going to be the next gentleman that we are going to try to find and slap. That is okay. Very, very nice. Meanwhile, Leopard trying to go for a blind shot because why the heck not? Turm is trying to escape, but we can see the TL7 sniping from the back. Good. Trying to punish him, unfortunately failing, and then we are going on the reload. Okay, enemies should start making pressure towards our folks that are sitting over there, and we should be okay. I must admit that this vehicle doesn't feel that great in this session, but I have a feeling that it has a lot of things to do with being bottom tier. In other words, I believe I would feel so much better by slapping the tier 7s or slapping the tier 8s, but in this type of situation it doesn't work this way. The current matchmaking in the world of tanks is very, very rough. And the chance that you are actually going to be a top tier whenever you are playing with a tier 8 is less than 50%. And I'm not even talking about the top tier. I am talking about playing with equal tier, right? So it is definitely hard and definitely complicated, but that's what we have and that's what we are working with. Meanwhile, even though enemy Turm is capping the base, I don't really think it matters that much, to be fair with you. I mean, now I have two choices. Do I want to go and defend the base, which is probably correct choice, or do I want to just simply sit in the middle? Looking into amount of the forces that are going to decap the base, I think middle is the correct choice, honestly, because this SMV should be able to eliminate him from the game easily, or at least to decap the base. So that basically means for us it would be significantly better to just simply chill here and maybe spot for this XM57, or maybe alternatively to support him by slapping the Leopard. This is one of the better games so far at this point in time, and once again we are warming up for a tank, and even though the matchmaking is far away from being excellent, we are trying to do everything properly. We are trying to do everything properly, folks. ELC even. I could make pressure like this. Ooh. Not a great idea. Listen, enemies will have a safe defense parameter for the time being. I cannot see them making any other decision but to play safely. So this game will take some time. What is my thinking process? If enemies would change their mind and if enemies would think about... Ooh, Predator. If enemies would change their mind and if they would think about making pressure like so, we could definitely eliminate at least one of them. And I am dreaming about this TL7 or alternatively ELC even 90. That would be absolutely amazing and absolutely awesome. It will take some time, fellas, but we should be able to deal with this. A rough session today. And I don't really feel like I am playing like that big of the stinky pooper, considering what kind of score we are getting. But I'm definitely not ideal as well. Although I must admit I played some games before I started recording with the Astron Rex, just to remember how the tank feels like and how it looks like overall. It is not a bad idea by any shape or any form. Okay, Leopard. Logically thinking, what is the action of the enemies? I would not act surprised if Leopard would relocate from here to here and he would try to make a bit of pressure this way. But we just need to be patient. We cannot go to the open field towards the Leopard 1. It's just bad idea. It is not the proper way to play the game. Plus on top of that, EL7 is kind of down to fartable. The ELC even is down to two-shotable. I mean, potentially from the clip we can eliminate two guns, and after that it would be so much easier to deal with Leo 1. But once again, in order to eliminate them, we need to see them at first. And considering that they are down to fartable, they may be afraid and they may try to play safe. Going for a blind shot like so. I'm not spotted, so we are going on the reload. Ooh, Leo 1. Okay. Not the best time for a reload, but we are okay. At least now we know where this Leopard is sitting at, and if needed, so we can make quite a bit of pressure. 15 seconds left. In those 15 seconds, he can escape quite a bit from here, but He doesn't. Excellent. This is ideal situation for us. Because Leo is thinking that he has made the correct decision. And he has no clue that we have an autoloader. Hi. How are you doing? Having fun yet? Having fun yet? Yeah, that was a mistake from his side. That was a very big mistake. You know, it is very impolite, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, not to allow enemies to make mistakes, you know? Beautiful. Very, very, very good. TL7, that is okay. We eliminated the TL7. And now we have only one in the magazine, so we are going on the reload. Now, where this ELC bugger could be, I would say that he should be sitting somewhere in this area. That would be my guess. In reality, obviously, we do not know. In reality, we have no clue. I'm not spotted, so I would say let's just simply go towards the enemy base and let's try to cap it. Well, capping it probably is not the right decision, honestly. But the best part of all of this is that ELC cannot fully clip us out. So, you know, I am feeling quite safe. Good. It is definitely possible to have a good games with this vehicle. Okay, we are getting spotted. I don't really mind. Now, there is a couple of positions from where I could get spotted. I could get spotted from somewhere over there, or I could get spotted from here, or alternatively from there. Yes. I know exactly what I will do. Where? We are politely asking from where, and apparently he's sitting right in this area. No. Any mistakes? Okay, very, very good. Now, this is one-on-one situation, and it will take quite some time in order to hunt this little bugger, unless I will aim properly. Yeah, this is going to take some time. Not a sniper schnitzel, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely not a sniper schnitzel. Okay, logically thinking, what are our options and how we can do the things? We need to figure out how we could win this game. Because this ELC, even he can do whatever he wants to, you know? He can go around like crazy bastard and he can be very, very, very much successful with this shit. So, what I'm thinking about building the bush over there. Because I don't really think that we have any other alternative option. And we are just simply waiting until he will go for us. In my opinion, this ELC even, he should definitely go on top of the hill, maybe long route, and he should try to decap the base in this way. First of all, he will try to peek probably somewhere over there, or maybe instantly like this, but my mission is not to get outspotted for obvious reasons. Obviously, we are sitting in very, very obvious bush because there is no other bushes in the cap, but to be completely honest with you, I don't really think that I have any alternative option in order to cap the base. If I sit in the open field, we are going to be in very, very deep poo-poo hole. I can tell you that much. Meanwhile, ELC is sitting here. That's nice. Very, very good. Very good. Now we know exactly where he is. He will blind fire us. Luckily he missed. And now we're sitting very, very, very good. Good luck, Mr. ELC bastard. He should have one more in the mag, but I'm not entirely sure. No, probably he's on the reload. Okay. Well, luckily we did something well in the end of the session. But it was rough, fellas. It wasn't an easy session by any shape or any form. And I must admit that this tank still tickles my pickle. Although I think that it's not the most pleasant experience to be gaming against the higher tier. So that kind of ruined where the score goes. And I made a mistake as well, especially in the second game. That was stupid from my side. But you know, you are living and you are learning. Still, not a bad tank. Not a bad tank, fellas. Okay. Let's see the score in the end of the day. Let's enjoy it, at least for a last game, and let's call it a day. And last but not least, fellas, we have a solid 3.9 thousand damage. We have 1,000 assisting damage, which is very much appreciated. We are first by experience, we are second by the damage, and we got ourselves 23,000 profits. Although, once again, whenever you are spamming gold, you can lose quite a bit of the credits for obvious reasons. Nevertheless, our performance, fellas, is 2.7 thousand damage, 700 assisting damage. It's like 3.5 thousand combined score, which is not horrible. Although it is definitely below average for me with a tank. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you. Thank you very much for all your kind words, for your private messages, for Patreon supporters, YouTube supporters or members, I suppose to say, and obviously for every and each of you who are tuning in into the live streams. I appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.